Hello, ladies and gentlemen. The world has always produced great geniuses in every era, but who is the greatest among these great men? Human history has produced people with outstanding IQs, but not all of them are geniuses. There are even people with terrible IQs but do very ordinary jobs like gatekeepers. So how can we evaluate and compare these geniuses with each other? If it is only IQ, it is too one-sided, so we need more specific criteria. Accordingly, they have agreed on a list of the 10 greatest geniuses of all time. Please note that this is a ranking of geniuses in all fields, not just science. Please watch the entire video to evaluate how those geniuses are. Number 10, Scientist Albert Einstein. We all know about his contributions to physics with the famous special and general theories of relativity, including mechanical physics that Newton invented before. From there, he created a new view for science about the objective world, creating a breakthrough in science. It was from the theory of relativity with his famous formula E=mc² that he contributed to the invention of the nuclear bomb, a terrifying weapon used by the US in World War II. Number 9, famous painter, Phidias. This is probably a strange name to most people, but he is ranked above Einstein. He was a famous painter who lived in 430 BC, and made many contributions to Greek civilization at that time. He used art to express his great thoughts and broad vision. He was far ahead of his time. He longed to achieve truth, goodness, and beauty and pursued it throughout his life. For him, artistic activities were like breathing. He could not stop being passionate. He worked persistently to create the famous statue of Athena. Then he created the great architectural work Acropolis, expressing his thoughts, his time, and his vision. He always cherished great, vivid, and humane artistic dreams. Number 8, Emperor Alexander the Great. This is considered the greatest general of all time. He almost conquered the whole world at that time. Therefore, he is considered one of the greatest military strategists in history. After unifying the ancient Greek city-states, he conquered the Persian Empire, defeated the Scythians, a nation that was always victorious at that time. After 12 years of continuously leading the army, he won every battle. He died of a mysterious illness. Number 7, politician Thomas Jefferson. He was the third president of the United States, the founder of the Democratic Party and the Republican Party, creating the political system of the United States until today. After publishing A Summary View of the Rights of the United States, he was considered one of the world's leading leaders. What he left behind was mainly in the political field and made great contributions to the development of the United States. Number 6. Inventor Isaac Newton. He was an English physicist, astronomer, philosopher, mathematician and theologian. Considered the greatest scientist with the greatest influence in the world. He was an English physicist, astronomer, philosopher, mathematician and theologian. Considered the greatest scientist with the greatest influence in the world. Famous for his law of universal gravitation and Newton's 3 laws, which formed the foundation of classical mechanics, dominating the view of physics and science for the next 3 centuries, before being broken by Einstein in more general terms. Not only that, his theory also completely eliminated the erroneous heliocentric theory that dominated at that time. He made important contributions to optical physics with the phenomenon of light dispersion, or mathematics with differential and integral calculus, etc. That has put him on the list of the most influential figures in the history of science according to the British Royal Society, even surpassing the influence of Einstein, who proposed his more general theory. Number 5. Artist Michelangelo. He is one of the giants of the Renaissance, famous for his work David. He is a sculptor, painter, architect, poet, engineer. His creativity is extraordinary, typically the fresco, The Last Judgment, on the Sistine Chapel. He is the most influential person in the Renaissance with many great contributions. Number 4. Writer Johann Wolfgang von Goethe. He is a great man in world literature, a writer, critic, poet, screenwriter, novelist and painter. He is one of the few people considered wise. His works have stood the test of time, having a great influence on world literature, music, poetry, drama and philosophy. Number 3. Architects, the builders of the pyramids. It's strange that the list of nominees is not a specific name, but these people, or maybe architects, are considered great geniuses who challenged modern science and technology. With the mystery of the pyramids that have stood the test of time, the secret of how they were built in that era still drives scientists crazy. Although there are many hypotheses, no one knows for sure how they built the pyramids. With the level of science at that time, they truly deserve to be the greatest geniuses of all time. Number 2. Writer William Shakespeare. He is considered the greatest writer of England and a playwright ahead of his time. The 38 plays he left behind are invaluable assets in the world's literary treasure. Number 1. Must mention, painter, inventor Leonardo da Vinci. The Italian omnipotent genius is the one who tops this list. he is a mysterious omnipotent genius, even associated with the story of being helped by aliens. He was a scientist, poet, painter, doctor, anatomist, engineer, musician, philosopher, and a series of extraordinary creative abilities in all fields. His curiosity, creativity, artistic ability, and scientific mind made him harmoniously combine science with art. His sketches contain timeless ideas such as airplanes, tanks, diving suits, anatomy, physics, mathematics. That is why he became even more mysterious and a person of infinite creativity. No one can fully evaluate his contributions. But one thing is certain, he is the most comprehensive and perfect person that human history has produced.